Hey guys, Talent Connect time. This is a good time. This, for me, those of you that know me already know, it's my favorite time of the year. This is actually, so the role that I have as Vice President of Talent Solutions, I get to do a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter, and I get to do one thing that really matters, and that is I get a chance to meet with all of you. Matter of fact, Jen, who was just up here, I first met in 2008 on a trip to St. Louis. She was with Express Scripts. I was just reflecting when they were talking about, man, what a journey that has been. But getting a chance to meet with all of you all over the world, you know, in your offices, at dinners, breakfasts, social events, those are my favorite, just for the record. It's a great time. But then all of that comes together now. All of that comes together at Talent Connect. And it gives us a chance to really feel like we can tangibly change the world. Because every one of us in some way wants to change the world. We want to believe that what we're doing matters. But in reality, what does it really take to change the world? An idea. It's an idea within the minds of a person that can make it come to reality. It's an idea with dreams and goals, but also with legs that can deliver and can make a big difference in the world. You know, it just takes one spark of inspiration to change everything. If you want to make a difference in this industry, find great people with great ideas and the ability to execute against them. And in hindsight, greatness is very easy to identify. If you look, for example, you look at this light bulb, most of us think of a person like Thomas Edison. When you think about X-rays and radioactivity and Nobel Prize winner, you think of Marie Curie. In the US, if you think of the civil rights movement here, we probably think of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In hindsight, obviously great people whose ideas changed the world. It doesn't take a genius to look back at that and figure it out. But what about in that moment, before they became great? What about in those moments, every one of them had thousands and thousands and thousands of failures and pain points? What about in that moment? That's what requires talent. You know, the world recognizes superior talent. The world recognizes a Michael Jordan from Chicago. The world recognizes a Michael Jordan, someone who changed the entire sport. The viewership of the NBA when he started and when he left was significantly different. 6 NBA championships. His logo is ubiquitous in the world of sports. Everyone knows and sees that. But you in this room would understand the value of Dean Smith. Who's Dean Smith? Dean Smith was the coach at the University of North Carolina who recruited Michael Jordan. Now, in hindsight, you think, what a great recruit. Not really. At the time, Jordan had only played 2 years of high school basketball. He'd been cut his sophomore year from the varsity team and went home in tears. Dean Smith saw potential in Michael Jordan that other coaches didn't see. Clearly, it played out. Taylor Swift. You think of Taylor Swift? She's really revolutionized the music industry in her capacity. Won a bunch of awards. She won 10 Grammys. She became not only an artist and entertainer, but a very successful businesswoman, discovered by Scott Borchetta. In this room, we recognize people like Scott for identifying that talent. Scott was at an industry event in Nashville, 2005. And he saw something in Taylor Swift that the other people there didn't see. By the way, he just started a label. Imagine you're Scott, you just started a label. Like, I don't know, maybe this person. It's probably played out pretty well for him in his career. Naomi Campbell. This is a woman who changed her industry. So I don't know how much you know about the modeling industry, but typically every generation they identify kind of 3 to 5 people that they would call a supermodel. She was successful in that capacity, but maybe even more impressive, she broke the race barrier in modeling. It's the first black woman on the cover of French Vogue, of the cover of British Vogue, and on the cover of American Vogue. Late 80s and the 90s, she was dominant in her industry. The world sees that, it's obvious. But what you in this room would value would be Beth Bolt. Naomi was 15 years old. She's window shopping in London at Covent Garden, and Beth saw something in her. She saw potential. Now, all of us have a little bit of athlete in us. All of us have a little bit of artist inside of us. All of us want to feel like we have some degree of beauty. But let's get real. What we know we have is we know that we have the ability to be Dean, to be Scott, to be Beth, to find great talent. So recognizing talent, recognizing greatness, can actually be proven down to a science. And you're going to hear a lot about that this week. But recognizing potential is an art. So while you're going to hear from a lot of really smart people, that's going to come after me. I want to talk to you a little bit about the art. The best recruiters that I know have that instinct, and they have that hunch. They have that ability to see something in people that no one else sees. And I want to talk a little bit about what experience you can have over the next few days can be. Because great artists, if you've ever been around an artist, great artists expose themselves to ideas and to people and to experiences that inspire them. You are around people this week that can help inspire you. Because I'd have to say that, in reality, inspiration is not taught. Inspiration is caught, as is the art of our craft. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot of techniques. You're going to learn a lot of science. But the art is caught. And when you're dealing with people and you're dealing with candidates, and internal and external, don't neglect the head and don't neglect the heart, because people are inspired by both. And you're going to hear from people like Amber here. There's a lot of stuff in store for you, but I just want to give you some examples. You're going to hear from Amber at GE Digital. Now, I started this. There's one single person in the crowd excited about that. Amber, it's not going to be open. All right, so we started out talking about Thomas Edison. He's a man who started GE 124 years ago. Now, imagine how many things had to happen over the last 124 years for GE to maintain its presence in the world. How many great companies have come and gone during that period of time? Industries, trends, political environments, everything. They've had to reinvent themselves so many times. And once again, GE Digital finds themselves in a place where they know that in order to be successful in the digital industrial revolution, they must change. Guys, this is a company that was in the industrial revolution. It's sort of mind-blowing. And they've invented themselves over and over and over again and succeeded. And Amber's going to talk about her and her team know that the solution is to align with the business to attract great talent that not only has the ideas for tomorrow, but also the appetite and the ability to change and adapt. To not just be great today, but to be great for tomorrow's needs. Most of us in our industries have that topic. You're going to hear from Nellie from Netflix. And this is a company that has revolutionized the entertainment industry. The way in which we consumed content has changed. And she's going to talk about the importance that her and her team have placed on aligning with the business. Think of how many pivots Netflix has had to make just in the last decade. Changing in order to stay on top, in order to stay on the leading edge. And the talent acquisition team has to stay right in there with the business to change or they lose. And she's going to talk about that. You're also going to hear from Sydney Bush, who's a recruiter with them, that's going to talk, I think it's tomorrow, about metrics. Netflix is an organization that knows a little bit about metrics. And by the way, for all of us viewers, they know more about us than we want them to know, probably. But they know something about metrics, and she's going to talk to you about how to apply that to recruiting. A lot of science. Now, you're also going to hear from Anat with Tom's. And she's going to share her perspective on how connecting purpose can elevate your company and the world. And think about using purpose as a tool for recruiting. Talk about using the heart. Any study you look at that understands people who are connected to purpose will show you the effectiveness of using purpose as a core part of your talent acquisition strategy. And she's going to share that with us. So you're going to get a lot of head, you're going to get a lot of heart. It's going to be a great week, but I would expose yourself to both. And if you tend to lean one way or the other, I would encourage you to try and get a broad spectrum of things this week so that you can understand the other side of the story and other tools that you have to work with. It's just like attracting a diverse workforce. You want to understand people and topics and ideas that you don't personally have. Otherwise, you're limited to yourself. And that's a lot of limitation. So you're going to hear a lot of this. Now, some of you came with a very specific agenda of things that you want to look for here. And I hope you did. If you came here looking for gold, I hope you're looking for specific things. So I would encourage you, if you haven't done it yet, download the app, go to the App Store, to Google Play, search Talent Connect, and download the app, and there's an agenda in there. And there are something like 90 sessions. I think it's a bunch. I don't know, it's a lot. All I know is I am so glad I don't have to be the guy putting all that together. Hats off to the people that do. But so if you care about, so for example, something that's really important to me is culture and diversity. So if you're looking through there and that's a topic you care about, go to Pandora's session. Or if you're focused on something like time to hire, The Iconic has a session tomorrow that we're talking about. You can look at, if you want about talent brand in a hyper-growth company, Hulu's got a topic on that. Starbucks is going to talk about how to apply e-commerce principles to recruiting. Right, there's just so many different topics. Here's one. I have to read a title to you that I read it, realized I have no idea what that means, and I need to attend. Using generational data to inform talent management and recruiting. And then I saw who's putting it on, EY. I'm like, okay, they know a lot that I don't know. That's something I need to pay attention to. So go through these, go look at all the sessions that are going on and find that thing that you know that can help you to grow as a person and to improve your skills. Find the gold that you came here to find. And in the middle of that, absorbing ideas and information and tools, don't forget one of the most important things that you'll take away from this experience. New relationships. You become who you associate with. We have the best, that's good news or bad news? We have the best and brightest in the talent acquisition industry from around the world assembled here today. And many of you, as you watch the camera pan, know some of the people on this screen. But there are a bunch of people here you don't know. And I can tell you, if there's one thing that I personally would take away from this experience, it's an expanded network. It's a broader footprint and more influence in the talent acquisition industry. Because great talent is really about pulling together a team of people that are focused on one thing. All of us in this industry have functional things we do, we have topics we care about, but ultimately, it's about winning as a business. And so if I were to take like my LinkedIn Talent Solutions hat off for a minute and just talk to you as a business leader, I can tell you that the best way to take an idea or a product or service to market is focus on two things. Number one, attract great talent with exceptional ideas. Number two, learn to inspire them towards a shared objective. You have made an industry, you made a career out of this industry of choosing to do that. This industry plays such an important role in businesses reaching their potential. It's not about filling that wreck. It's not about bringing that person in. It's about your organization being able to reach for its vision, be able to fulfill its mission, and to be able to realize your purpose in the world. We're all in this together. It's not about people that are in talent acquisition and people that are in marketing and in sales and in accounting and in legal. We're all in this together for your organization to realize its potential in the world. Let me give an example. I think this event is so well attended and so well reviewed because of all the things that have come together to make it great. Think about this for a minute. Just look around. You have 4,000 people coming together. We'll have thousands of joining from the stream tomorrow. all of the things that had to happen right for this experience to be put on. You have the logistics, you have the signage, you have the registration, somebody put together the app, you have somebody who cleaned the floors in here and set up the seats, you have the AV, and by the way, for all of you that are doing this, the lights, the sound, the AV crew, the people that put the work in to make this happen, thank you. I mean, there are people, I was looking at this, shipping containers, thank you. There's no unimportant role here. It's like the person, the logo will be in the right little spot on your napkin at the table. Like, who knew that was important? Somebody does, it's their job. And they do it exceptionally well. That's why this experience is so excellent. I was looking at these shipping containers, and I'm thinking, it was somebody's job to call and say, hey, I need some shipping containers. Can you ship me some shipping containers for a conference? Apparently a shipload of them. I don't know, but somebody had to do that and had to get them here and to make them. Just saying, a lot of things have to happen right. A lot of people have to come together. This doesn't just happen out of the blue. You know why this happened? This happened because we had a business need. This is several years ago. So I've been here almost 9 years. And we said, we'd like to create an experience for our customers and our members to get together and share ideas with each other and to really celebrate and elevate the industry. And we looked at each other and we said, we don't know how to do that. Right, Scotty? So we put down the business needs in form of a job description, performance profile, and we posted it. So luckily, there was a LinkedIn member named Kesh. Kesh was on LinkedIn, and he was looking for just through the jobs because he knew his wife was looking for her next professional move. And so he saw this role, and he's like, she'd be great at this. And so Kesh figured out who the hiring company was, found out it was LinkedIn, and he said, well, who do I know at LinkedIn? And Kesh worked at Google, and he had a former colleague who was at LinkedIn by the name of Deep. So Kesh reached out to Deep, and he said, hey, we were former colleagues. Would you mind making this introduction for me? Interesting point. Deep was not in our events team. He was not in marketing, sales. He wasn't even in talent solutions. Deep was the head of product. But he knew, like everyone at LinkedIn knows, our top priority is talent. And so when he saw someone with great potential talent, he said, sure, I'll make the intro. So Deep introduced a woman named Tejal. Tejal came on board. She was the right fit. She had the right ideas. And we believed her. And she was able to assemble the right team. And in 2010, Talent Connect was born. And from the very first year, anyone here at the 2010 Talent Connect in San Francisco? Yeah? Great. Thanks to both of you. No, we had a few hundred people there. It was great. We loved it. This is awesome. And when we realized that this event is all about our customers, this is not about LinkedIn, and we've tried to back away and just elevate you. But the point is that the event every year has gotten better and better and better. Reviews are exceptional. Tejal's career obviously grew. She's expanded across all of our lines of business now. But this story it's not about Tejal. It's not about Deep. It's not about Kesh. The story is about you. We saw a business need that we wanted to accomplish, and we simply used the acquisition of great talent to fulfill that business need. That's what you do. Your role is about attracting great talent that can help the business realize its potentials. Because you are the ones who connect talent with opportunity. You're the ones who bring those things together. And you're the ones that make that critical hire that makes the business move for your business. In that capacity, you are the heroes of your organization. But as every great superhero knows, with power comes responsibility. Now I'm going to get real with you for a moment. Great talent is not attracted to mediocre recruiters. Great talent is not attracted to mediocre recruiters. Great talent is not attracted to a mediocre TA team or strategy or brand. There's a saying that like attracts like. You attract to you more what you are than what you want. You want to attract great people? You want to do exceptional things? Be exceptional. That's a responsibility. With the power you hold on the impact in your business, the responsibility is to be exceptional, to go from good to great. 3 visuals on that. When I think about really the best people that I know in the talent acquisition industry, they're sort of part Sherpa, who can kind of lead someone on a journey that they're uncertain of, but they want to go there, and they trust you to get them there because you know what's around the corner. Part sort of fortune teller. We all know this all too well. You kind of have to foresee what's coming, right? You have to be able to know what their fears and concerns and anxieties and brand misperceptions and all of that, and you need to address it before they bring it to you. And then as part tour guide. Hey, let's be honest. A great tour guide can make any location seem amazing. You go with a great tour guide, and you'll feel educated, you'll feel inspired, you'll feel completely informed about everything, and you leave with whatever experience you just went through with them, you feel like you know everything about it, and you're excited about it. Great recruiters kind of have a combination of all of these. And they do that because, let me put it this way. Inside of us, every one of us, have a view of ourselves that no one else sees. And a part of that, it might be even secretly that you don't share with others, there's a person inside of you that is greater than what others see. You know that you can be more. You know that you can do more. You know there are places you can go, things you may not share it with others, but there's something inside of you that just knows what you can do. And you hope that you can be discovered. And you hope that that part of it can come out. You know that feeling? Every person you interact with feels the same way. We all want to be discovered. We all want to belong. We all want a safe environment that we can come out of our shell and realize our potential. In this industry, you have the power to help people become more than they ever could have otherwise by recognizing by recognizing potential, by recognizing talent, and by putting them in a position to win and to thrive and to become who they're capable of becoming. Everyone wants that. And when you provide that to other people, it comes back to you. And that you also become more than you were capable of in the past. Great recruiting is seeing talent and potential talent and matching it with the opportunity for it to fully come to life. So my hope for you is by the time you go home Friday, you say, you know what? I got a lot of things that are sort of in the science category. A lot of great skills, ideas, applications that I can apply. I got a lot of things in the art category. Like I'd never actually thought about this, and now I feel differently, and I think I can really apply that to my brand. I hope you've met a lot of new people, and I hope that you had a good time. Because, word of advice, don't ever let a learning experience get in the way of having a good time. This is going to be, those of you that have been at Talent Connect, how many's been at least one Talent Connect before? Okay, so if you haven't, look around at the hands that are up. That's who you want to hang with. All right, we know how to have a good time. We have some really fun things in store for you this week. I've been watching your feed on the app. I've been seeing what people are hoping to do. I'm glad that I don't really want to watch your feed on Snapchat, but it's going to be fun. All right, this is going to be an exceptional week. But I hope that when you look back at this event, with all the fun that we've had and all the stuff that you've learned, most importantly, I hope that hindsight, this can be one of those moments in your career that's a good to great moment. That moment where you just pop through and you got the ideas that can change yourself and your company and the world. Great talent starts with you.